Another blowout. Yay. Mavericks win 119-109 over the Warriors. This game, for most of it, was a 20-point game, almost 30-point game. So it being a 10-point game at the end is kind of a lie. There was a big run by Golden State in the fourth quarter that I'll get to that made the game a lot closer than it needed to be. But overall, this was another blowout. I'm so sick of these blowouts, man, but it is what it is, I suppose. I don't even have much to say about the Warriors. It was mostly just Dallas being super hot from three, the exact opposite of the last game where nobody could hit a shot. Reggie Bullock today, 6 of 10 from three. Dorian Finney-Smith at one point was 4 of 4. He ended up 4 of 7, but he was really good today. He was driving a lot more. There was at least 3 or 4 times where he caught the ball, pump faked the three, and then drove in and got like a pretty decent layup. And like I was trying to talk about that in a different video that I filmed that the audio didn't work out, so I didn't publish it. But I was talking about how they need more creation other than 3-point shots from everybody. Like the 3-point shooters have to do something else, like off the dribble or like driving, cutting, anything else. And Dorian Finney-Smith today had 5 2-point made shots, so that's pretty decent. At least 3 or 4 layups. Really, really decent game from him, especially coming off the last game, as well as Reggie Bullock. He hit his shots today. That's really important for them. Luka today, 10 of 26, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. Pretty decent game for him. Not the most efficient. There was a couple times where he was like hurting a bunch and whatnot, which is unfortunate. But like pretty decent game from Luka. Not the most efficient Luka, but he'll still take 30, 14, and 9. Like, yeah, that's still a really good game. Maxi Kleber today hitting his shots, and he got like a few dunks, rebounds. Good game from him. Spencer Dinwiddie, not much. That's fine. Frank Ntilikina played. He got 5 points. Davis Bertans played. He had a dunk, and he was also trying to drive in, which I appreciated as well. Him and Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith was better at it than him, but just good to see some variation in their offense, at least. Instead of trying to shoot as many threes as they did, they scored 20 threes, 20 43 as a team overall. Pretty decent. Warriors, on the other hand, were pretty inefficient from three for most of the game. 10 of 28. It is what it is. There's really not that much to say. Dallas out rebounded them by like 3. They had like 4 more assists than them. They had equal amount of turnover. Like nothing super crazy. It's just that Dallas was hitting a lot of their shots. Spencer Dinwiddie hit like a pretty contested 3, and they were just making a lot of shots today. And Golden State side, they weren't making that many shots. I mean, it's not super inefficient. Klay Thompson had a slow start, as he's been prone to do now. Steph Curry, a blah game, whatever. When it was a 20-point game again, and in the third quarter, the Mavericks were just beating up on them in the third quarter. At one point, Dallas had 8 of 10 from 3, and Warriors were like 2 of 13 or something like that. So, it's quite literally just they made more shots today. It was really not that much. Warriors played a lot of zone defense today, which was interesting to see. And it was trying to, dare them to do something a bit different on offense. And it worked out, I guess, for the Mavericks' sake. One thing to say in the fourth quarter, the only quarter that the Warriors won, they scored 39 points over Dallas's 20 points. They went on a huge run with Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Damian Lee, and Nemanja Bjelica. They went on a big run. They were active defensively. They were passing around. They were running on transition. Jordan Poole had some moves, whatever. Jonathan Kuminga was pretty decent. So, they made somewhat of a comeback. They cut it all the way down to 8. And then they tried to put in Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and I get it. But I feel like if you're in this situation where it's a 3-0 and you're almost 100% guaranteed to win the series. Obviously, you don't want to drag it out longer. You don't want to play with your food and risk taking this to 6 games when it's not necessary, or even 7 games when it's not necessary, and risk of injury and all that. You don't want to take it all the way to that. But I feel like they could have left the guys that were making the run. Like, it was a lot of Jonathan Kuminga in that fourth quarter that was a part of the run. And I feel like, I mean, they subbed them in the last 3 minutes. You just let them play the last 3 minutes with the group that got them there, you know? You weren't likely to win the game. I don't think you were, but it was at least, might as well. So, I mean, it's kind of disappointing. I understand why they do it, but I feel like when they just switch the main starters back in when it's so little time and the other group made the run and not the starters, I feel like you should just leave the guys that made the run in and let them continue, and maybe you win somehow. If not, it's not a big deal. You were down by 29 at one point or something like that. So, it's not like you were in this game for that much of it. You were only in this game for, like, I guess the first quarter they were pretty decent, and the fourth quarter they made a huge run, but that's pretty much it. Overall, Jonathan Kuminga got a lot of play today. That was good to see from him, for him, but he was shooting the ball as much as he wanted. He just got, I guess he kind of assumed that they're fine in the series, and he just wanted to shoot a bunch, which I don't blame him. To be honest, I thought he shot more than 11 times. It felt like he shot like 20 times, and he missed a lot, but maybe I was just paying attention more on the misses than the makes. But pretty decent game from him. I mean, he hasn't played at all in this series, so, if I was him, I would be out there just shooting shots. Why not, I mean, there's not much to say about this. I'm not 1,000% sure that the Warriors will close us out in the next game. To be honest, it's very likely and very possible that Dallas can win one more, but I don't see it going past 6. And I think the Warriors are gonna, either play really well in the next game and close it out, or maybe Dallas's hot streak of shooting continues after this game and their role players keep shooting well, and maybe they win the next game. But I feel like history is on the Warriors side in this case, and it's very unlikely, almost 0% likely, that Dallas will come back. But for the Warriors, they still want to have more rest time than not. It's very likely that Boston Miami might go 7. So if you can finish the series out in 5 and have like almost a week of rest before the finals for them, that's what they should be striving for. So I think the Warriors have to finish this in 5, especially at home. It's the perfect opportunity for them to finish at the series, So this is the one play. Draymond on the 3 throw. The ball gets stuck. That's really funny. And then he and Luka handshake on it. That's hilarious. There was also a bunch of rain. A rain delay before the third quarter. It was pretty funny. The all-NBA teams as well came out, pretty decent. I'm fine with these. Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, first team. All makes sense. They all had great seasons. Joel Embiid, Ja Morant, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, DeMar DeRozan. Still makes sense. Karl-Anthony Towns, LeBron, Chris Paul, Trae Young, Pascal Siakam. Let's go. All-NBA. Pascal. Love to see it. But none of that is surprising, to be honest. But,